Hello guys, I'm Darshan Jaju. Today I'm going to talk about a TV show that I saw recently. It was so interesting and fascinating that I thought that I would make a vlog on this TV show only, and it's my second vlog for you all on this channel. So I'm gonna be talking about Fallout. Most of you might have seen this show already, and many of you must know about the show. It's a recent and latest TV show on Prime Video. It is currently streaming on Prime Video as well. So I'm gonna be talking about the show. But before I dig into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and do like and share this video with your friends. So I have named this series No Filtered with Darshan. So, where in this vlog series I will be talking about TV shows, movies, and filmmaking content and all the things related to entertainment industry. So let's get into it then. Let's talk about Fallout. A brief introduction about the series. So it's a adaptation of a game called Fallout. It's not a totally copied or replica of the game. Obviously, the makers have tweaked the story here and there to make it more fascinating and interesting, and that is necessary when you are adapting something from TV show or book per se. You really need to be careful with the story so that you don't make something garbage out of it. You have to make something worth watching. So yeah, the makers have tweaked the story here and there, but they haven't fully changed its its plot or its essence. They have remained with that, uh, and they have done the necessary changes to the story and played around with the story as well. So let's talk about the story. The story of Fallout is about Los Angeles, where nuclear attack has happened, and it's 200 years later the attack. Now there are few civilizations living in this post-apocalyptic situation, and they are trying to survive this whole situation, the radioactive waves, the post apocalyptic situations. Now they are going through. There are few civilizations living. There's one civilization they where they live under the ground in the vaults. These vaults are somewhat similar to the ones we've seen in the Hunger Games, although they're not exactly the same, but you know you get the gist, right? And then again there's this one civilization called Brotherhood, where they have army with these huge metal armors, and they just go into other uh, you know other places, invade the lands, and uh, they are just trying to build their own world by invading other people's lands and properties. And after that there are goals as well who have survived the nuclear attack, but now turned into ghosts, and they are just living by killing humans and eating them like that. So yeah, the story is really interesting and fascinating. It really hooks you from the start till the end, and keeps you anticipated and engaged throughout the series. And the credit also goes to the screenplay and the writers of the series. The screenplay is well structured and tightly written. It doesn't leave any loops in the story where you will feel like lost, or like the story is dragging or drifting away from the its plot, or losing its interest in the series. You will always feel connected and engaged in this whole series. Although the first episode that I personally felt was like losing it, lost me somewhere at some points, because look, I'm not familiar with the game, and it was a really absolutely a new experience for me to get on this series and start watching it. But I really felt that I was losing interest in the first episode, in the very first episode only. But later, once I survived the first episode, it's really fantastic, it's great. The writing is really really excellent. They have taken care of everything, like every character has their own storyline. Every situation, every situation and every placement has their own history and their own story to it, and they have presented it very well. They never loses their connection with the characters, with their past and their present, and their actions. It all justifies through the screenplay. So I personally, I really liked the screenplay and the story as well, uh, and its character. So they are really amazing. Now that I have come to the characters, let's talk about the characters as well. Characters, there are number of characters in the entire show, but there are few that we see throughout the film and most of the time on the screen. These characters includes this Lucy McLean's characters, which is played by Ella Purnell. uh, she, it, Lucy's character is really interesting, and it's really, it's really likable. Lucy has her own storyline, and she does justifies her character. She does bring it to the whole circle by the end of the series. Her character is of someone living under the ground. She has her own moral values. She has her own belief. She believes like everyone is good hearted person. She doesn't believe in violence, she doesn't believe in unnecessary hate. But when she steps in the world, leaving her world behind, she is challenged. Her character is challenged on every step of her journey. But again, she doesn't easily give up from her core values, what her core attributes is are. So, and these are the things that makes a character really believable and fascinating, that even after the challenges, she remains who she is. So, and so yes, her character is really really interesting. And along with her character, there's this one character, Maximus, played by Aaron Clifton. Yes, played by Aaron Clifton. His character is also interesting, even though he looks evil or violent from the outside, but deep down he is a really emotional, caring and soft-hearted person. And we get to know his story as well in the series. Along with him, there is this character named Cooper Harvard, and he is also the goal. He has his own story as well. He has survived the nuclear attack, but he still misses his family back in Los Angeles. He still remember those days he used to live with his family way before 200 years ago. So yeah, the all the characters in the story are really 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 good crafted. They connect with you. They where you sympathize with these characters, and at times you even hate these characters, because they bring some certain amount of cruelty on the screen, and so you hate it for that. Overall, the characters are really interesting and well crafted, and you will surely love some of these characters, especially Lucy McLean's character. And now let's talk about performances. Performances in the entire series by the entire cast is excellent. These characters, like be it Ella Purnell playing Lucy McLean, or Walton Goggins playing Howard or Gaul's character, or Maximus played by Aaron Clifton, or Moldova played by Sarita Chaudhary. All these All these actors have done a fantastic job. They have justified their roles. They have you know put their souls into these characters, and this character feels like there's no line between actor and character. They really feel like uh, alive personalities that they are living somewhere in this world with us. So yes, these performances by the cast have really done a wonderful job playing these characters, and their chemistry on the screen as well looks fantastic, which is that's why this character feels even more, even more realistic and livable on the screen. That's why, and this is the reason again for the show that it has become, the performances has put up another level to the show. So yes, the acting and the performances are really excellent in the entire series. Now let's talk about direction. The first three episodes are directed by Jonathan Nolan, a brother of Sir Christopher Nolan, and he is also one of the producers of the show as well. Along with him in the direction department, we can see Daniel Gray, Wayne Yip, etc. The team of directors have done a great job, really a great job. They keep the story in line. They never lose their connection with the plot, building very, building each and every episode with the anticipation and leaving it on the notes that you will expect something in the coming episode. So it really keeps you engaged, it really keeps you on track with the story, with characters. Even though each characters have their own storyline, have their own past and present, the directors never lose their connection with the characters. That's the plus point that I felt was really interesting in the entire series. That's why I was so fascinated with the series, and I could binge watch it in a day. So yes, direction has done a wonderful job for the series, and it really adds depth to this series. So yeah, it was wonderful. Let's talk about cinematography, sound and editing. Cinematography feels natural. It sets the tone for each scene, uh, and it feels really authentic. When you shift from deserted scene to the one underground in the vaults, you never feel that uh, shift between the scenes. It's really natural. It keeps you engaged throughout these transforming during the transformation of these scenes. And the lighting feels natural. It sets the tone for the scene. And apart from that, the camera movement, the camera angle, they really, again, they all set the tone for the scene, and makes draws you into the scene. It makes you feel like you are the part of that scene and where it is taking place. So yeah, cinematography is another level as well. Although the camera movements or camera angles aren't something exceptional or unorthodox, they are traditional camera movements most of the times, and it is motivating, and carries the scene and the entire story together. That's the plus point. That's the another plus point for the show. And editing, again, editing is good and excellent as well. It keeps director's vision alive by having appropriate cuts at a necessary time, and with a proper placing. So yeah, overall the technical aspects of the series are excellent as well. So overall, uh, I really enjoyed the series. I loved this series, and I I could say that I haven't seen something like this in a long time, especially when it comes to drama TV shows. It's really interesting, excellent. And sometimes while watching this series, I was thinking like, what if the same situation happens in the real world? It will really be devastating to survive the nuclear attacks or some situation like this. So it kept me thinking throughout the series. But anyway, I'm sure nothing's gonna happen like that. It's just a show, and it's all it's all fictional. So thanks to that again. So yes, I really did like this show and enjoyed this show, and I'm sure you will enjoy this show as well. I will write detailed review of this show on our blog shivascope.com, where you can read this. I'll put the link in the description below. And also don't forget to check out our other reviews and other TV show recommendations on our blog shivascope.com. So that was it. uh, okay then, this is your filming guide Darshan Jaju. It's time for me to sign off now, but again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, so that when you subscribe to the channel, it really encourages me to bring something new and review more TV shows and movies for you all. So do hit the subscribe button, and also share this video with your friends, and do like, and also let me know what's your thought on this series in the comments below. And also you can connect with me on Instagram. I'll leave my ID in the description below. Now it's time for me to leave. I'll see you in the next one with different movie or TV show once again in this series, No Filter with Darshan. Now until next time, take care.